Hey everybody, Shane with the Gentleman's Box here, and if you don't know this already, every month we highlight a unique member in our Gentleman's Post, and we do a little Q&A session. And given that today is National Get to Know Your Customers Day, we thought we'd spice it up a little bit and ask a variety of our customers some video questions. So, number one, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where do you live? What's your job? And give us a fun fact about yourself.
Hey, what's up guys? Chris here, aka Juan Granos from LGTV.
My name is Ricky Haggerty.
My name is Michael Chavez.
So I'm Kenyon Hunter.
I live in New York City.
I stay right now in Houston, Texas.
I am 28 years young. I live in Houston, Texas.
I live in South Texas.
I work for a newspaper and I'm an art director. I design pages, I design ads, I design websites. That's what I do when I'm not doing videos here on YouTube.
What do? I trade on the financial market. I do Forex, foreign exchange. Forex is short for foreign exchange. I do photography as well. As you can probably see when you go to my Instagram, you can see that I do photography. And I'm also launching a huge Christian organization, and that is To Come.
I own my own bus company here in Houston, Texas, and have been owning it since the year 2012.
I'm a real estate agent here in the New Jersey area. I help people with real estate all over the state and also in the Philadelphia market. And I work with other real estate professionals all around the country.
I'm an insurance agent. I sell life insurance with American National. I've been there for 5 years.
A fun fact, I'm a quarter Japanese, so I love sushi. I probably eat it every day.
I'm also a big baseball and boxing guy fan. I'm a big sports fanatic.
I love outdoor activities. You can see they have great drinks, good food, good music, good people. And it has those combinations I like it. So I'm a happy camper with that.
How did you find out about the Gentleman's Box?
You know, I found out about Gentleman's Box. I was actually traveling one day. I was flying and I was reading GQ and I saw it there.
I went on YouTube and I was looking for tie recommendations. And I came across a YouTuber called Santos Anjar. And he had a Gentleman's Box review. And I saw it, fell in love with it, and I decided I wanted to be a member for life.
Ads for Gentleman's Box in my Facebook feed, and one day I saw Gentleman's Box and a competitor, and you know what, I decided to get both of them because I wanted to try them out. I figured they were both $25, and I figured, you know what, let me try them, and I bought them and I received them. When I received them, I decided, you know what, why don't I just do a comparison video between the two services to see which one I like best. And I figured I do it on camera, might as well, you know, and then upload it to YouTube. So basically I did a review between the two, and at the end of the video I felt like Gentleman's Box was the one that was best for me. I felt like the stuff that was inside the box was better than the other one. That was 2 years ago and I'm still subscribed.
A post that was from a Gentleman's Box, or I think either somebody sent it to me or I just happened to be scrolling and you guys showed up and I saw it. I just started following and I was like, you know what, I like this. Ended up reaching out, then boom, you know, next thing you know, there's a box in my mailbox.
How do you incorporate Gentleman's Box items into your career looks?
I do, but I mainly like to use it for when I go out. For example, this. I knew when I came out here I wanted to wear my tie, my cufflinks, my bracelets, my watch, which you guys provided.
Since I have my own job here in Houston, I do accessorize myself sometimes. I like to look very clean to my customers, to myself, to my employees.
I like going to work looking good and getting compliments at work. I really enjoy that.
To my employees, I do give them certain accessories as well. I do give them the ties, I give them an occasional box here and there, and I've also been buying some extra premium boxes to give giveaways to my employees for them to look real representative for myself, for themselves, and for my company as well.
So as far as my job, with me being an entrepreneur, I don't actually clock in at a brick and mortar, but what I actually do is I'm a fashion guy. So if you go to my Instagram, of course you can see all my posts. You literally can go in there and see a lot of posts with me wearing essentials.
I think that one of the things that separates me from a lot of other realtors is, you know, being stylish, being very fashionable.
What is one word you would use to describe the Gentleman's Box?
It's not really fair to ask for one word to describe Gentleman's Box.
Exciting.
Dapper.
Style.
But I guess the best word is wow.
What has been your favorite box so far, and why?
That would have to be our favorite space officer.
It has to be the Master Distillery. Is the Master Distillery, which I have here actually myself. Came with a couple of Jim Beam products as well. I'm actually wearing the lapel pin from the Master Distillery. Hopefully you gents are familiar with it.
My favorite box has to be probably my second box I received, which had sunglasses that had like a design of wooden frames. I mean, I guess they were plastic, but it had the design of wooden frames, and they have polarized lens. Now, I live in New York City. I could just go out in the street and find these lenses, you know, but that's what attracted me to Gentleman's Box. I saw that ad. I said, you know, I really want those glasses. And when I ordered my first box, I didn't get those glasses, but in my second box I did, and I was pretty happy about it.
I actually would have to say all of them in general are my favorite. The reason being is because I literally can get a box from, let's say I get a box from June and I get a box from July. There are going to be some things that I really like in June and some things I really like in July. What I can do is I can put those two things together, and that would allow me to, you know, just like this right here. So this particular lapel pin is from Woodchuck USA, and I had, you know, I got the bracelet from Metal Company, and I have the watch from Winter Circles Fashion. All three of these things did not come in the same box. But because I get them in different boxes, I'm able to mix and match. And that's why all of them are my favorite, because I literally get to mix and match and make my outfit literally as great as I need it to be.
Whatever box I got this lapel pin started my whole lapel pin craze, and now I'm pretty much known in the area to have a lapel pin. This I just thought was the most awesome thing, right? I used to wear a lot of pocket squares, which I still like, but the lapel pin just kind of separates me and makes it different. Not a lot of people wear them. I see a lot of people starting to wear them now, thanks to me.
Which items would be in your perfect gentleman's box?
As long as it includes a bracelet, cufflinks, and a good pocket square, I'm happy.
Yeah, it has to have a watch. It has to have a watch, a lapel pin. I'm a big lapel pin guy. A great dapper pocket square, as well as with a tie.
To put a perfect box together, to me, is actually really simple. You don't have to get a whole bunch of different things. There's two things every single box needs. It's a tie and some socks.
Of course, a great pair of socks. I have so many pair of socks now from Gentleman's Box, and they have elevated my game. Some people looked at my socks and they'd be like, "Man, that's really nice." And I'm just a fashion guy, so I may be kind of arrogant on the sense of putting things together, but I like to look good. So to have a fashionable pair of socks with whatever shirt or whatever jacket I may be wearing, or just to be different, you know.
Obviously, we have to have a lapel pin, a tie clip, a really cool tie, some really different. I like socks that are just like eye-catching, with cool colors. I like bracelets. Oh, throw in some beard oil, because I do rock the scruff. So that would be a perfect box for me.
If you could see one thing in a future gentleman's box, what would it be?
The one thing I would love to see in a future box is actually something very simple. A little cologne sample.
The scarf. I love the scarf.
Making the boxes maybe a little bit more bigger in the sense of adding more to it. Maybe push it to 6 or 7. Just, you don't have to do it every single box, but maybe that one box every other month or every other month, giving us 7, maybe 8 essentials or 6 or 7 essentials.
If you make the boxes bigger, throw a pair of Taft shoes in there.
That's easy. The only thing that I would like to see more in the gentleman's box would have to be some type of scent. Maybe like a cologne or some kind of like a bar soap. Anything that makes you smell good.
And last but not least, tell us, what does being a gentleman mean to you?
Tough and easy, depending how you want to look at it, though. A lot of gentlemen out there have forgotten the way of helping out others before helping out yourself. That is something real hardcore that stands by myself.
Being a gentleman, I would say, is being strong-minded.
I believe you should be nice to others. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Not to mention, dress like a gentleman. Because when you dress like a gentleman, when you walk into a room, you command attention. People will perceive you differently.
Just going the extra mile to become a gentleman, I feel like it goes a long way. In my book, it goes a long way in somebody else's book. You may end up blessing somebody with just that simple act of kindness.
Me being a gentleman is all about style. It's about being debonair, being respected in society, but at the same time, society respects you for your gentleman qualities. It's about being cool. It's about being cool. It's about being fresh at all times, and people see you in that light. So I think that would be the definition of being a gentleman in my eyes.